San Antonio, this is Robb for the Metalworks. This afternoon we are here on St. Mary's Street at Joey's Pub, and I'm very happy to bring a killer guitarist from one of the nation's leading metal bands here to the program. Join me in welcoming Mr. Nick Hipa of the band As I Lay Dying. How are you doing, Nick?
I am great. Thanks, man.
It's great to have you on the program. I think it's been long overdue. We actually wanted to do some work with the band last year when you headlined the Sounds of the Underground, and we were actually scheduled to do some work with the band. I think somehow in the big club that Sounds of the Underground and all the logistics behind it, somehow it fell through the cracks. It never happened, but we're glad to have you here intimately in San Antonio here at the White Rabbit. So welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm stoked to be here. San Antonio has always been an awesome city for us. We play, like, kids just freak out and like lose their minds, and I love that. So we're excited to be here.
Awesome. There's a lot to talk about, especially with your new CD and Notion Between Us that dropped in August. Like I was telling you on the way over here, we're big fans of the release, and I think it's solidified for many people, including myself, that As I Lay Dying definitely is a band to reckon with. This band's not going anywhere. This band is for real and can consistently deliver. But before we get into that, first of all, I want to just jump back a little bit. Looking back in the past couple of years, the band has really seen a rise in popularity, a rise in the number of units you're selling. You guys are really gaining strong momentum. What's the last 2 years been like for you and the band?
The last 2 years have been pretty amazing. A lot of it was us exceeding our own expectations, or I guess surpassing any goals or like dreams we had with the band. The fact that we 2 years ago we were in Ozfest playing with Black Sabbath and Iron Maiden, we were kind of in the mindset like, well, this is it. This is, we've done everything we could have done with the band. And then, a year later we played Download Festival. It's like 10, 12,000 kids. And I'm like, okay, this is the absolute pinnacle of our career, And it just keeps on moving forward and surprising us that that there's still people who find out about the band and get just as stoked as kids who have been into us for 3 or 4 years. And the fact that the band is still moving forward after all this time it blows our minds, and it's been a great time, and it's been our dream, so it's sweet. I'm stoked.
And you have a lot to be proud of, because you guys have become one of the top artists on a well-established label like Metal Blade Records. In fact, believe it or not, I was interviewing Alex Webster of Cannibal Corpse not too long ago, and he said bands like As I Lay Dying now, where we used to be like the top sellers, now bands like As I Lay Dying and Black Dahlia are up there. The new generation of metal in America are really breaking boundaries, and raising the bar. Let's talk about your new release, in Notion Between Us. I love the CD. I mean, I can just put it on. It sounds fantastic on the stereo. In your opinion, what separates this release from the Shadows release? Because really the Shadows really kind of broke the band for many fans. But it seems like even, and people were saying, maybe with this third release, they're not really going to be able to live up to that. But you guys did, and you exceeded it. I mean, in your opinion, as someone who's within the band, what's the big difference between the two releases?
Well, the thing that stands out to me the most is just, I think this is our most mature album. There are a lot of things within just the songwriting on Shadows or Security that we were stoked that we had done before, but we're like, okay, we can't do anything like that, in the past, or in the future with this new record. So we concentrated on, I guess, just the overall arrangements of our songs, and we try to make it a little bit more diverse, and really pushed ourselves in everything we do. Like this was the most challenging record for all of us to record. Respectively, this is the hardest guitar album for Phil and I, the hardest drum album for Jordan, and Tim vocally did a lot more than he's ever done. Nothing Left on This Is Who We Are, actually, he tried a little clean vocals and stuff, and it worked out well. I think we just tried to expand what it is that we do, but like not lose the identity of the band. We wanted to make it very intense and energetic, but still be like, I guess, diverse, across the board. And I think we achieved that. And luckily for us, we had a lot of great people working with us. Adam D. The thing with Adam,
Killswitch, for all you kids out there who don't know, Adam D from Killswitch produced the record, and like I said, I just, I guess the props go to him for it sounding so damn great.
Yeah, and we had written and actually recorded a pre-production version of the album before Adam even got in the mix, and we weren't even sure Adam was going to be able to produce our record, but luckily for us, he kind of hurt his back, so he couldn't tour with Killswitch, so he was able to work on our record. And when he got in there, like, the songs were done, but he really pushed us in our performance. Like, there are a lot of things in my playing where I'd do a take and I was like, that was sick, and I'd look over and he'd just be like, are you kidding me? Like, no. Or Adam is he's no stranger to just belittling your flaws, and so I learned a lot from that, and I think he got the best performances out of all of us. And on top of that, Colin Richardson had done the majority of the mixing on our album, and Andy Sneap had helped out with some of the guitar tones. So I think it was the combination of us really trying hard to push ourselves and also working with people who we respect and trust a lot. And I think that's why the album came out a lot better, in my opinion, than our last time.